Am I speaking with, is this Elia?
Yeah,
Elia.
Elia. Yeah,
Okay. Hi, Elia. how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Yes, I'm doing great as well. It's a fine Monday, I could say. hmm But a while ago, some of my students were saying that it is raining in Korea right now.
Yeah, it is raining. It was raining, but I'm not sure it is raining. Yeah, it is still raining.
Oh, I see. Where are you right now, Elia?
Yeah, I'm at home.
I see. Okay. And so, Elia, I believe this is our first meeting. Yeah?
No, it's our second meeting.
Okay, let me remember.
Yeah,
This
it's
is so
okay.
embarrassing. I am sorry, Elia. Uh-huh.
Yeah. When you were in evaluation period, I took your class. Yeah. So it was around 3 or 4 weeks ago, as I remember.
Oh dear. Okay, so that confirms that I do have a bad memory.
No problem.
Okay, so how are you then, Elia? After all those time, what have you been doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to study English hard, but nowadays I'm realizing uh, my English hasn't been improving a lot like I expected.
Mm.
I
Mm.
think it's getting worse.
Oh,
I don't know why.
have you tried taking MSET before?
Yeah, I did,
Hmm.
and the score of MSAT is the same. Yeah, but when I take a class, I
Uh-huh.
can speak fluently or freely. I can express my thought easily. So it's really hard.
Mm. I see. How many classes are you taking per day, Elia?
Um, Nowadays I'm taking buff event.
Ah,
So
yes.
yeah, I have to uh, take at least 3 or 4 classes a day. But before participating in buff event,
Mm-hmm.
I usually have 1 or 2 classes a day.
Ah, I see. So not nothing really changed. Not much, not much.
Yeah, I have nowadays I have 3 or 4 classes. So yeah, it's yeah.
Mm.
I have 2 more classes compared to the past.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Have you been checking the feedback of the teachers? Have you been comparing?
Yeah, it depends on my condition. I mean, if yeah, and it depends on the topic. So if it is an easy
Oh, true.
topic, yeah, then maybe they give me a good score. But yeah,
Mm.
today actually I was frustrated. Yeah, the score was not that bad, but it was really hard to express my thoughts. So yeah, after after finishing the class, yeah, I was really frustrated.
I see.
And actually, I participated in the what is that?
Yeah, evaluator.
No, no, no. I mean, you
Huh?
are,
Yes.
aren't you this week? As I know, the, participate, not participate, but I mean, you are
Yeah.
the teacher, competition, versus, how can I say, the Philippines versus America and
Yeah.
British, right?
Yes, yes. You can say you're competing against.
You are
Yeah.
competing against, America and British.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I am. So a
yeah.
little nervous. I'm not denying that, but I guess it's worth the experience.
Actually, I booked your class for that event.
I See, so you're my evaluator then, Elia.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, so with that, I guess we are supposed to formally start with the class then.
Mm-hmm. Formally
Yeah,
start the class.
yes, I mean, we can now formally talk about the article that you've chosen for
Yeah.
today's class.
Yeah. Right.
Yes. So, what's your chosen article?
I to like to discuss find for working for 1 week.
That one, I really like that.
Really?
It's so, I don't know. It is really bizarre for
Uh-huh.
me because I've never encountered this kind of situation, like even heard. Yeah, I've never
Mm-hmm.
heard of this kind of
Mm-hmm.
situation, so it is new.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Okay.
So tell me, Elio, why did you choose this kind of article?
Uh, I want to discuss the whole topic, and I want to discuss the advanced topic today. One of the advanced topic, and it's the easiest one as I think. So that's why I chose it.
I see. So, to start with the discussion, Elia, can you give me your summary of the article?
Okay. There is a bakery in France, and it has to find a certain amount of money because the owner of the bakery violated the local work law, uh, s- local employment law. Uh, every store has to be off 1 day among a week, but the owner of the bakery run his bakery every day. It was allowed. It was allowed by 2016, but last year the officials rejected his request. But even though he was rejected, he kept running his bakery every day.
Yeah.
The reason was this place lies around several beautiful lakes and a park. So in the summer, many tourists visit. So that's why he want to run his bakery every day, and he can make yeah, money, and he doesn't want to um, pay for the fine, and many people uh, are on his side.
Yes.
They think it's absurd. Yeah.
True. hmm
Okay, that's all.
Okay, and that is actually a great summary of this article. It was very detailed. Good job, Elia.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
and so to
Mhm.
start with the questions, first off, I want to ask your own opinion of this
Mhm.
article. So, do you take the side of the government or the side of the baker?
Mm, if he didn't know it was illegal, I want to
Yes.
take his side. But he
Ah.
already knew it's illegal, and even though he knew it, but he was against the law. So I think he has
Mm.
to pay for the fine. There are a lot of things which are not fair. So even it is not fair, but and we don't agree with that, but we have to follow the rule or the law. So yeah, I also agree with him that it's really
Mm-mm.
absurd that
True.
he can't run his bakery every day. But
Mm-mm.
anyway, yeah, it's the law, so yeah, he has to pay for the fine.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm kind of at the side of the baker, so we are kind of opposing
Mhm.
sides. I think. well, my opinion only. I think first off, he's a baker and he is running a business, so I believe to further, of course, for the sake of his business, the growth of his business, he has to work. And even if it requires working 24/7, then
Mhm.
he has to do it because he is a businessman. Secondly,
Mhm.
I think it's not his fault that he works all day because I think I can assume from the article that since his business has a good location,
Mhm.
people demand more of him, more of his business. So the demand, of course, as a businessman, it's really hard to say no to your customers. So
But if he
yeah.
closed his shop, his bakery, how can people can ask him to open the bakery if he is not at the bakery?
Yes, you can take a look at that. So again, I think requests are requests. So it's up to him if he takes it or not. I'm not
Yeah.
really sure about that.
Mm. But I mean, tourists can ask him to open the bakery because
Yes,
if he closed the bakery, maybe other people, the city officials, yeah, ask him to open the bakery because there are a lot of tourists,
true.
and yeah. And but I think the
Mhm.
decision he has to make his own decision, even though
True.
yeah other people request him whether open it or not. And anyway, there are a lot of observed laws, and when
True.
we have to keep the traffic light, but if
Mhm.
there are no people, but
Mhm.
cars has to keep the I mean obey the traffic light, and
Yeah.
also yeah when we walk across the street, there is a traffic light, and even though there is no car, we don't we don't come across the street uh, when the when the light is green. No, I mean red.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
If you put it that way, well, yes, I do agree with your point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good analogy to that. Okay. Let's put this context in Korea. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
let's make things or let's add spice to the topic. So, if ever the Korean government would implement such regulation, would you support it or would you not?
Uh-huh. Mm, uh, our government is really take care of the welfare of people.
Mhm.
I want to agree on their decision, but our country is not for the welfare. So yeah, I think France is against working every day is for
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
people's health, but in
Yes.
Korea they don't consider their nation people in this country. But if they just to restrict um, people working every day, and they just to get how can I say take a chance, take people's chance to make more money, I think it's absurd. So I'm against the government's decision.
I see. Do you think that there are a lot of overworked people in Korea?
Yes, I think so. And if we don't overwork, we can't work because our boss yeah doesn't like people who don't work overtime.
Oh, okay. So it's not really a matter of the economy or government or whatnot, but it is on the perception of the people who runs the business.
Not the owner of the company, but there are several managers in the company, and
Okay.
in our country, if people don't work overtime, most people think they don't work hard. So even though they don't do anything at the office, they have to stay late. Then they think they work. So it's really funny, and I
Yes.
think that kind of atmosphere has been um, disappearing nowadays. But until
Mm.
now, there are really old people. I mean, who people who are in their 50s, and
Okay.
they
Older
are
employees. Mm.
what, over employees?
Ah, older employees.
Older. Okay, older employees. So yeah, they are managers. So they give people their
Yeah.
evaluation at the end. So if we don't get a low evaluation, then we have to follow their instruction or guide.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a very new information to me, and it's really, how will I say this? It's kind of ironic because you want to make an image that you're hardworking, but at the same time, you're basically not working. You're just
Um,
staying
no,
inside the company,
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
There are some people who don't work, but there are
Yeah.
also other people who work really hard. And
Ah, okay.
yeah, so yeah, but anyway, if they can,
Mhm.
if they can work, if they can finish their work early, then I think they focus on their work during their working time. But they can't leave early, so I think they don't yeah, concentrate on their work that much, I think. But there
Mm,
but I mean it depends on how much work I have. So if I have a lot of work, there is no way I don't concentrate on my work, because yeah, I have
yeah.
a lot of work. Then I have to finish it as soon as I possible. Even I
True.
work overtime, then I can finish it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so yeah, maybe m- yeah, there are people. I mean, my in my husband's case, he really work
Uh-huh.
hard every day.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. I see. Okay, so for my final question for today's topic,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Elia, what is your opinion on, let's say, because employment is kind of a hot issue in Korea nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that when it, because I found out, according to the articles that I've been reading, the employment rate in Korea is actually going down.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think it has something to do with the kind of attitude Korean people have, especially the younger generation, when it comes to jobs and working?
Mm, I don't think so. There are
Mhm.
no jobs they can have. That's why our
Oh.
employment rate is really low. Most, I mean, there are no, children are not that much compared to the past. But there are a lot of teachers, and every day new teachers created. So that's the problem, I think. And yeah, people can work for a
Mhm.
long time, and but people don't retire from their job uh,
Yeah.
yeah, very soon.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, that's why there are few jobs. And yeah, and but
Mm,
people who are in their 20s and want to get their job is increasing. That's the
yeah.
problem.
Oh, I see. Now I get it. Thank you for shedding light to this issue. Okay. All right, Elia. So we are going to wrap up the class here. So we had a discussion on Okay, fine for working for 1 week, and we had a really good discussion over this, and we were able to relate it to Korea, so it's a good one. hmm But what I want you to be mindful of something. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
during the discussion, I noticed that when you are so into your thoughts, so into the things that you want to express, you tend to ignore the technical side of things, like, for instance, sentence structure and the use of prepositions and conjunctions.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the next time, Elia, your ideas are great, yes, but we have to be mindful of the technical side as well, okay?
Okay. And
Okay.
could you write down my opinion about this topic in my feedback box?
Okay, I got that. So I
Okay.
will put the summary of your thoughts in the
Okay.
feedback box.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem, Elia, and I hope you have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Yes, bye.